Hi, this is Micornus, Phokane, the leader and the founder of the Young Men Empowerment Forum. Today I want to deal with some principles that speaks about living an impactful life, the principles of how to live an impactful life as a young man. And I want to speak about that today, and today maybe I should just outline two of those principles, and we'll continue with this topic in the forthcoming days. So please join us as we do that. Now, as a young man, you know my interest is actually to get you to live what we call an impactful life. You must impact the environment where you are. You must be able to impact your own family. You must be able to impact your workspace where you are. And as a young man, some of you are at school, in colleges, in universities, wherever you are. You need to make an impact. And your life must make an impact. And this is the reason why we want to deal with these principles. And I hope these principles will help you as a young man in order to be impactful in every day of your life. And I want to emphasize that as human beings, you must aim to be impactful every day. I mean, there's no way you can actually go out of your house and live the whole day and come back without having impacted anyone. And as a young man, this must be your desire to say, I want to make an impact upon everyone in my life. I must mention that it is very important that you consider improving your life. You can always improve your life. You can always improve yourself. It's very, very important. But you need to understand that life cannot be stagnant. You need to desire to improve your life every day. That's the only way you're going to start actually a desire to say, I want to be impactful in my life. Whether it's learning something new or perfecting a skill in your life. But that's very key. I must emphasize that it is very important that you can improve yourself. You might learn a new skill today. You might actually learn something, a trick today. And you might learn from these principles that we are speaking about today. And that will make you to become impactful in lives of other people. You might learn to do things in a different manner. So when you start to implement that, you will start making an impact. And I must really say that it is the desire to say, I want to improve myself. Whether it's in learning something new, whether it's in perfecting my skill that I've already have. So something that you must desire to do. There is a room for improvement in everyone's life. So if you don't consider the fact that there's improvement that you need to do in your life, you're going to remain stagnant. You're not going to be able to impact people. Now, it starts by being able to know that there's a room for improvement of each one of us. Now, when you start to allow yourself to be arrogant and think that you are Mr. Know-it-all and think that you have arrived, when you start to think that way, you're actually delaying yourself from growing and becoming a better person. And that is the reason why I say making an impact is going to be dependent mainly, and I want to emphasize it, on whether you are aware that you still need to improve. There's always a need or a room for improvement in your life. Now, all these principles that I want to speak about, they are actually based on that fact that you need to recognize the fact that you can still improve in your life and you can shape yourself, your skills. You can actually learn something new every day. And from anyone, of course, because you don't learn only from certain individuals. You can learn from the young and the old. You may learn from people that are educated and those that are illiterate as well. So you can learn from anybody. And that's very, very important that we emphasize that and as we speak this principle. The first principle that I want to introduce to you today is adopt an attitude of never stop. What we call never stop in doing anything. Never stop. There is an area for improvement in everyone's life, as I've said. No matter how successful you are, never stop improving. And this is very important. Why I bring this principle is because there are people that have actually folded their arms now. They feel that they have arrived. They feel that they know everything. And then they shut themselves out of the communities and out of the people where they would learn even much more, where they would actually improve some of the things. But because their attitude is that they know everything, then they never learn. It's because they've arrived at a place where they've stopped. And I'm saying to you as a young man, as a principle today, never stop. Never stop learning, never stop improving, never stop desiring and thirsting to become better. Never stop having hunger to shape yourself to become a better person. This is very important. Never stop as a young man. And that's a principle that many people have actually ignored. And people come to a point where they stop. And that is why even in studies, you'll hear people say, I've reached a certain level of my studies. I've actually reached the highest. So therefore, I stop here. You cannot stop because life itself is an experience. We learn every day from life. And therefore, when you adopt an attitude of never stop, you'll keep on learning. And as a young man, I want to urge you that never stop as a principle. And that's very, very important. And the principle of never stopping is actually bringing a desire in the heart of a young man. It brings a hunger. It brings a thirst of you wanting to learn and moving forward and becoming better every day. You're forever yearning to improve yourself. And that's very important because that's the only way you're going to impact other people's lives. Don't be stagnant. Don't be the same person you were last year. Don't be the same person next year who be the same person that you are this year. So always look towards changing and becoming better. Now, people that are desiring to learn and become better, they're forever searching for information. They're forever wanting to learn. They're forever asking questions about life and incidences of life. They're forever asking questions about happenings around them. And therefore, they would love to learn, and they will ask themselves and they will ask other people. And I want to emphasize, never stop as a young man. This is a principle that you need to adopt right now. When you never stop and you continue learning and becoming a better person. The second principle that I want to introduce to you today as a young man is eliminate old practices in your life. Eliminate old practices in your life. Because most of the time we become stagnant because we do things all over again and all over again. Yes, I agree that you have proven that the practice that you do has worked for you. You've proven that it has actually borne results before. It has actually showed some delivery of results in your life. But that cannot be it all. So please, those old practices, make sure that you improve them. Make sure that you adopt new practices that will improve and shape your life better. Most of the time, if you remain on the stagnant way of old practices, you'll remain the same person and you'll never progress. But I want to emphasize the fact that life is dynamic on its own. And anyone who doesn't embrace change to improve, they'll remain stagnant. And the world moves so fast these days that if you are not able to eliminate old practices, you will not find yourself moving forward. Now, look at technology, for instance. We are living in the life of technology, and you would agree with me that those people that don't embrace change, those people that don't eliminate old practices, they remain at the same place, stagnant, and technology is moving forward, is not waiting for anyone. And that is why many people remain stagnant in places where they are. Why? Because they don't want to eliminate old practices. Let go of former habits, please. Because the habits that you used to have, they may be the ones that causes your stagnation. They are the ones that are delaying you. And some of us are blaming other people. Some of us are blaming circumstances. But I want to urge you to relook at your habits. And please, those old habits, please stop them and eliminate them from your life. You'll start to see your life moving forward. Our habits have got a tendency of holding us back. But new habits and new development of new habits may progress you and move you from where you are to another level in your life. But if you don't make an effort to eliminate old practices and old habits, you may not find yourself moving. Even if they seem to have some benefits to you at that time, even if they may seem like they've worked for you at that time, those habits, they need to be changed and be refreshed at any given time. And that's the only way you're going to start progressing. And I want to urge you as a young man to forever evolve, forever to change, forever be somebody who become better, forever to become somebody who's aware that you need to improve. And as you do that, you'll find that you become successful in life. These are the principles that will help you to become impactful in lives of people. Remember that if people know you in these particular habits, you may not be able to impact them again with the same habits until you relook and change and become impactful in other people's lives. And you will, as a young man, be impactful if you are able to never stop and also eliminate your old practices in your life. I want to end up here today, your host, Micornus Phokane, the leader and the founder of Young Men Empowerment Forum. I want to urge you to join us tomorrow as we deal with part 2 of this great topic. But before that, remember our Facebook page, Young Men Empowerment Forum, Facebook page, Micornus Phokane. Visit those, like those pages, please. Make sure that you click notification button as well, that you're notified when we've posted this material. And I want you also remember our YouTube channel. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click notification button as well. You will be notified when we've posted materials of this kind. May the good Lord bless you. Remember to join us tomorrow to deal with the same topic tomorrow. May the good Lord bless you, and cheers for now.